Hey guys, how's it going? Today I want to speak about a subject of, are people today more sensitive? Well, with the advent of social media and basically news speaking about various topics and the whole Me Too movement and basically the fact that people are just tired of a lot of stuff, and because they're able to be heard and maybe not be punished for the things that they say like they used to in the old times, people are feeling that they are more able to just talk. They're able to express themselves. They're able to say the things that they may have had bottled up within themselves for many, many years. But I do think that at one point we have become a little bit more sensitive than we should be, because since a lot of people are talking about stuff, then with the courage comes the fact that, hey, if that person spoke up, well, we should speak up too. But there's a little bit too much sensitivity where basically people are just getting offended for everything and anything. And that's a big problem, because basically in our society, well, we should be able to speak, we should be able to feel comfortable about stuff. But if everything makes us uncomfortable and we're unhappy about everything in the world, well, then it's very hard to actually be productive. And actually it's very hard to even be able to just be able to work as a society. But I think that one thing that does happen is, again, social media, the internet has made it in such a way that we are able to see stuff. We are able to realize things much more than we used to in the olden times. And then we realize that there's a lot of news that is being manipulated. We also realize that a lot of stuff that we thought was real may not actually be real, because you see two different sources saying two different things. And then when you see that, then you get to a point where you think, oh well, wait, didn't one media source say something, then the other one says the other thing, and now I'm getting confused because, well, how's that possible? How is it that these places that I used to trust and all that stuff are basically telling me all these fake things in some way? Or if they're not fake, well, which one do I need to believe? Because I'm obviously getting different news from different outlets. So how am I able to come up with the right answer to things? And that's really the big problem. So, and then also I think with the fact that basically we're able to express ourselves better, well, now there's more openness to different things, like people who have different sexual orientations and all that stuff. So then they get sensitive about the fact that maybe they want to be treated in a different way, and because they're able to speak up about it, and because people do listen to these things in today's society, well, basically we get to this kind of world where everything can be offensive, and you just have to be very careful about what you say. And especially when it comes to politics and when it comes to religion and stuff like that, I just think that a lot of people just should be allowed to live the way that they want to. I think that people should not get offended as much, and sometimes it just makes it hard because you're trying to do the right thing, you're trying to be the good person, but if everything and anything that you do is offensive to other people, well, how are you gonna be able to basically make everybody happy? It's just hard, and with all these different populations and all these different things, and then the way that a lot of governments are actually not going well when you really think about it, just because of the fact that there's all these wars happening, and then in fact poverty too, because of the raising of taxes, the fact that also all these China trade wars are happening and prices are spiking up, and it's just a big mess. And in the end, when there's too much stuff that's bottled in that needs to be spoken about, well, eventually, well, I guess everybody just becomes too sensitive, and then chaos can arise, and this is how wars start. So I just urge a lot of the people to just not be so sensitive. Maybe just think more about your life and move on, because sometimes people say things, people do things that they maybe didn't necessarily think was going to offend you, and they didn't really mean it as being bad, because I think most people are not there planning how to make someone's life more horrible or how to make things more difficult for other people. We're just already struggling just to survive, to feed ourselves, to have a roof over our head. So the fact of trying to offend someone, well, I think a lot of the time, well, we just don't have the time for that, and people are just reading into it just a little too much, because, well, it's easier to be mad than to be happy, right? Better to have conflict than not to have conflict. Okay, well, that's it. That's all I have to say on the subject. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.